Yeah.
What's up, homies? It's playoff time, and we got another episode for you. I've been pretty excited this week. The Pelicans been killing it.
He's jumping into the
Pels in 6. It's gonna happen. Speak it into existence a little bit. So yeah, what are you thinking right now?
You actually think Pelicans in 6?
Gotta speak it into existence. I could see it. I could see it.
Oh yeah, you can see a lot of things. I don't. Oh, I guess I don't know. I'm from Arizona, but I'm not a big Suns fan. But I,
You're
definitely want them to beat the Pelicans. Do you think the Pelicans are just playing good, or the Suns playing bad, or is it it's probably a combination?
Probably somewhere in the middle of that, but I don't know. I think the Pelicans really found their stride back in January, February, and they've just kind of carried it into now. And Ingram's playing as good as he ever has. McCollum's playing really well. And then the rookies out there being defensive menaces. So,
yeah, I don't know. I just would hate to see Phoenix. I think they had the best record in the NBA, and then they get bounced first round. Doesn't seem right, but
yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah,
they haven't lost yet. It's tonight's probably the game that I don't know. It's fair. I think it decides it tonight. Unless the Suns make some, if they lose, and then they make some big, comeback.
One thing that I just realized is that I'm on live right now on my account instead of the Hardwood Homies account. So should I just leave it or should I change it?
Your call.
I'll change it real quick. So we'll just keep going. Okay. You got to be the star right now. So just keep it up.
Star. Okay. I guess something that set the internet ablaze is the Nets are out of the playoffs. Mm-hmm. First team eliminated, I believe, unless I'm forgetting someone. They got swept by the Celtics. They came in as a 7th seed, the Nets, but still they had Kyrie, Kevin Durant. Kyrie didn't play for a good part of the year and everything, but still a really talented team to get swept first round, even if the Celtics are really good.
And they got swept, but they lost by a total of 16 points, like altogether. So that's lost by 4 points per game, which has got to be maybe close to the least I've ever seen a team get swept by.
4 points a game.
So, but yeah, they did get swept. They did. Boston was by far the better team, more consistent all year, really. So,
well, they struggled for a bit, but they kind of turned it around, and I guess January too. Yeah. Which is weird because I remember there were trade rumors about Tatum and Brown, the 2 stars, and then now they're not talking about that, but they actually play some defense, just kind of unique.
Yeah, no, it is different. Them and the Pelicans, and look, they both turned it around.
That's true.
So. Yeah, no, I agree with you there. Marcus Smart, Defensive Player of the Year. We didn't mention any of the awards yet. What do you think about Morant getting Most Improved Player? People are kind of blowing up about that. They don't really like that.
Didn't he win Rookie of the Year?
He was Rookie of the Year last year, so.
Yeah, it doesn't make a
Is he a lot? Sense. Is he improved? Yes, but you look at a guy like Jordan Poole, who didn't even get nominated.
I think he
wasn't even a finalist.
Oh, I thought he was.
Wasn't even a finalist, and he went from not being much of a player at all to top tier starter.
I don't think Morant should get it, but especially when I think of Most Improved, it's not like I go from winning, Rookie of the Year, I'm on everyone's radar, and now I got even better. That's not really how it works. If they want to give you an award, usually that's MVP. If you're gonna after Rookie of the Year,
he was in the conversation for a while. I mean, he was really, really great this year. I will say that.
And he gave it to his teammate actually.
Oh,
Desmond.
He gave it to Bane. Yeah, he actually improved in points per game and assists per game more than Draw did this year.
How would you feel if I was thinking about that? It's really nice of him to give him that, but if you're Bane, do you keep that and just say because you didn't win?
Right.
I don't know. I just
I don't know. I think it's more of a gesture for online and stuff than it is.
You don't think he'll keep it? Or is it just
I
for
don't know.
show?
It probably has Jaw's name on it.
Yeah. I don't know. He put it at his house.
I don't
so
know.
I was
I
confused.
guess. Maybe. Yeah, maybe I'll hang on to it.
Yeah. So yeah, Jaw won most improved. Marcus Smart defensive, and they changed the award for that actually, like what it looks like.
Oh yeah,
Which it was really weird. Someone made a comment and I didn't think much of it, and then I was like, yeah, it looked really cool before. Now it's just kind of
it's like
see-through globe.
It looks like just like a generic trophy now. But
Something
like
you win
before,
at, like the YMCA.
Yeah.
Jeez. And then wait, did they announce every award?
No, they have not.
I was gonna say
they've not given. I don't think they've given sixth man or MVP yet.
I was gonna say if they gave MVP. I missed that. I don't think that'd be hard to miss.
It's gonna be Jokic.
You think?
Yeah.
Who is it? Is Giannis even in the top?
It's Jokic, Embiid, and Giannis.
Oh, Embiid, yeah. Embiid probably gets second then.
Probably.
Yeah, I don't know.
Even though I still think Giannis is the best player in the league.
You said they're just getting bored with him?
Well, I don't know about bored, but Jokic did have a great year. And I think when they can vote for somebody different, they do like to do that.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's because he's that much better, but he did have a great year. So it's not like he didn't deserve it or anything. But I do think Giannis has been the best player in the NBA this year and the last year. So I don't know.
A LeBron situation going on, possibly. Because I know his stats have been crazy, but for the amount of times he's actually won the award, it doesn't match up whatsoever.
Right.
So, but yeah, it is good to give it to other people. When you brought up Jokic, it reminded me of the game Sunday against. We didn't even see a bunch of it, but we saw.
You're talking the Warriors game, right?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Warriors versus Nuggets. It was in Denver, and Jokic did describe what he did. It was one of the weirdest.
When he jumped on Curry, that was weird. He was kind of running, and he was trying to cut to the basket, and Curry kind of was just standing in front of him, holding his ground. And Jokic decided that meant that Curry was pushing him and tried to flop like a whale on top of his back. And it was honestly one of the weirder things I've seen. They called a foul on Curry originally, but then they reviewed it and realized that they had made one of the weirdest calls ever.
Yeah, no, I
don't know. He literally jumped up and flopped on top of his back like a whale would, like breach out of the ocean.
You're saying it because
he's
the size of
chunky. Well, I mean, he is a whale in comparison to Curry.
Yeah, he definitely is.
And Curry actually kind of held him up, which was
that could have been an injury
because freaking fractured his spine.
Well, I don't know. So there's some players that give you a vibe, and I don't. Do I have any reason to dislike him? Really? No. I don't know. He just kind of rubs me the wrong way the few times I've seen anything about Jokic. Might be a great guy. But then I see that, and I'm like, it's confirming these, I don't know, random views I have of him, where he's like, just literally you walk up to someone, you do, I don't know, bizarre, you kind of just jump on his shoulder.
Yeah.
And then they give him the foul. They reversed it
they reverse it, and Jokic is, of course, yelling at the refs like, "What? What do you mean?" I don't understand people. NBA players IQ level.
Well, and you think they complain about refs more?
Yeah.
Than ever before. Is that in every sport? Or
I think every single sport, fans, players, coaches, everyone just wants to blame the refs when they lose now.
Is that going to bring us to robot umps and refs and everything, you think? I mean,
no.
Baseball is getting closer.
Yeah, baseball is getting closer.
Which is on the TV.
I think it's a long ways from that ever happening. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not. I just. There's controversial calls, and then people get mad, and they're like, it turns them off from referees. Not that I don't think there should be robot refs. I don't even know how you would do that in NBA. Baseball, I guess you could call strikes.
Yeah, NBA would be weird. You'd have to put
actual robots.
Sensors in people's arms and stuff. Oh, there was contact. Yeah, no, I don't know how that would work.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking because it's a trend, but
Yeah,
the trend is kind of resulting in something, not just criticism.
mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
no,
I agree.
we'll
Even me, when I find myself watching a game, I'm always more critical of the refs than I feel like I used to be when I would watch. I mean, as a fan, everyone does that. You watch it. How do you make that? What is that? And but you live and you learn. So
yeah, that made sense.
eventually, you just give up and accept that the refs might do you a favor once in a while, and they might hurt you. You just gotta don't leave it in the refs' hands if you want to win.
Yeah, that's a good point. So we had Warriors lost close one to the Nuggets Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So the series is 3-1 now. Let's jump out east. We already talked about the Nets.
One thing to mention is the Raptors. I mean, they're starting to kind of come on the comeback trail a little bit. They were down 3-0.
3-2.
And now it's 3-2. And the
Toronto.
Yes, Sixers are starting to look like they are falling apart a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know.
They didn't bring hardly any energy into their home game last night. Yeah, last night.
Yeah. No, and so you have a game in Toronto. If Toronto wins, they already have the momentum.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's like, do we want to be the first team to blow a 3-0 lead?
I love what their coach said about it. He said, you know what? No one's ever came back from 3-0. But if we win this game and it's 3-1, people have come back from that before.
Oh, jeez. Wait, who is that?
Nurse?
Nurse?
Nick Nurse said that. Not in reference to anything in particular.
No, No, I didn't take it.
I wasn't meaning about your Thunder.
I wouldn't have made the connection, but thank you. You have to think about it like that, but I don't know. I just find it I was a little surprised. I was telling you this, that the Raptors are almost like irrelevant now. And I'm saying that no, Jacob, you just don't watch or whatever, but no, they're a 6th seed. They lost Kawhi. They won the finals, but still, they had a pretty good group of players. It wasn't just him. And
no, but Ibaka regressed, and he's gone now. Kyle Lowry's gone now.
Yeah, you brought him up. It was kind of surprising how much.
And, I mean, they didn't really have a true point guard until even
Van
now.
Vliet.
I mean, Van Vliet's he's a good scorer and stuff. I feel like, but I don't know how much of a creator he is. Yeah.
Huh. No, we'll be fascinated to see. I guess that's tomorrow night. Game 6.
One of the main things about the Raptors was before is that they had all this crazy depth because they had Kawhi and those guys, and they had all, Anunoby and other guys,
Powell.
But all those guys, and some of them were coming off the bench, but now, I mean, their bench is probably a bit of a yikes compared to the last, 2 years or whatever.
Yeah, just 76ers. That's weird because they have Harden now and Embiid. So, I mean, if you blow it, I don't know where they go from there. Like, if they – hypothetical.
I mean, at least they were able to get rid of Simmons.
I guess. Yeah, what I touched on this while you were going live on this account, but I think we should go back to this. The Nets losing 4-0 with two of arguably two of the best players in the league. They said
the two most skilled players in the league got swept. And I don't know if I agree with that.
I hate that. I hate people, most skilled, most talented, the greatest scorer of all time. The people come up with all these categories just to it's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Like, even the debate about who's the best.
I'm pretty shocked that they got swept. I'm not going to lie. Yeah. I did think that the Celtics would win a close series, but I certainly didn't think that they were going to sweep them. I don't think many people saw that coming.
I was afraid the Nets were going to win. But,
Well, they were leading.
Was close,
they
actually.
Easily could have won the first two games, too. I mean, the first game they were winning for a long time, kind of Boston obviously came back late, rallied, Tatum layup at the buzzer. Yeah. Game 2, the Nets were up 15 at least in the first half, maybe even got it to 20. And it just kind of Celtics chip away at it. and by the fourth they take the lead and end up winning by 8 or something. So I mean, I don't know. It very easily could have been a bit different of a series if a couple of those early games go differently. But
I don't know.
Just the ending. I mean, they could have won Game 4 too.
Nets are a disappointment 2 years in a row after having these big teams at all. I don't know. I feel like anymore we're seeing a lot of super teams kind of flop, like Lakers, Nets. I just don't think obviously there's been success with like the Warriors, the Heat before that and stuff, but I don't know. I think the super teams almost became, and maybe it's just a lot of these aren't really super teams because some of their players are older. They're not in their primes, but I don't know. Maybe the idea of a super team, then everyone started doing it and it didn't really give you an advantage anymore because they just think throwing like good players on the same team.
Well, people throw the word super team around pretty lightly. I feel like there's only really in the last 10 years maybe been 2 super teams. I'd say the Warriors and the Heat.
Well, Harden, KD, and Irving.
Okay, that's true. That would be considered a super team, but they didn't play together very much.
But I guess this year, it wouldn't be then. With that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Simmons does not make.
I'd maybe give him 3. Well, Simmons didn't even play either.
Exactly. What do you make of that? I mean, obviously the easy thing to do.
Simmons is a coward. Okay. I don't want to just blast a guy like I normally do with these guys, but are you serious? Do you see what he said today? He said that he's been suffering from anxiety and it's causing his back to hurt and that's why he can't play and like I don't know. I don't want to diss on mental health or anything, but the guy has been out for so long. It started with just issues with his team. Now he's being traded. He was going to come back, and now he's got random issues again.
We got some comments. We'll get to those in a second. But, I have mixed feelings. I was going to – I don't know. This sounds like I'm insulting you, but I was going to say this regardless. It's easy to come on and say, we see a lot of big personalities say, terrible teammate, the team's given up on him. He doesn't have anyone's trust. Maybe that's true. That's fine. And I'm not going to pretend to have a vastly different opinion than you because, I was just shocked at first, unless I'm forgetting something, after he didn't play with the 76ers before getting traded, not because of an injury, but because he did not feel like supported by the team. And so then
that's what I thought happened.
Yeah, and
so he was like sitting out.
But he wasn't conditioning apparently because then he's not ready to play, which that was kind of a shock to me. And I don't know, the mental health angle makes me pause, but there's some things in here that I don't think fit.
Well, it's weird that the mental health thing comes out right now after he faces all the slander. Like as soon as it's gotten to the worst that it's gotten, that's when he comes up and actually says something. It just seems kind of.
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
I don't know.
That's fair. I don't know. He does have a pattern at LSU, kind of a similar thing. He didn't play a lot of that year, if I'm remembering correctly. And then, he got drafted, and I don't know what happens to him. I'm curious if we see him play, if he looks much different than he did. Because I kind of, when he was getting thrashed by everyone, it was because he was passing up like open layups, and which is something like I can relate to.
And he wouldn't shoot at all, like jumpers.
And it's almost something, it's funny. You kind of feel bad for the guy because obviously he doesn't have confidence if he's doing stuff like that. But this is a whole different thing. And I don't know his teammates, if they stick around like Durant and Irving, what do they think of him? Only they know. But it's a lot of interesting dynamics at play there.
Well, now you've got Kyrie, who sometimes seems like he doesn't want to play for reasons. And then you've got Simmons, who doesn't want to play. And then you've got a guy like Durant, who people will criticize for a lot of things, but the guy just loves to play basketball. Like anything, like he'll do absolutely anything to be on the floor. And it's just a weird mesh with those two.
Yeah, I don't know. Durant's interesting. I don't know why he went to Brooklyn. I don't know. I'm just confused with him and I don't know. A lot of people just are moving around for the hell of it.
Yeah.
What's the purpose of some of this? Yeah, let me put Harden on a team with Embiid. It's just weird.
I'm sure he felt under the shadow of Steph a little bit in Golden State.
Yeah,
I think that's part of why he left. I don't know why Brooklyn was the choice exactly.
Sure it is, but now he's not winning titles, so maybe he should be under the shadow of someone. But
yeah,
that's beside the point. That's his legacy you're talking about.
I like what Zach just said in the comments about Steve Nash, because I was kind of wondering about that. When is his reckoning
when is he
gonna come?
Fired?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, that's now 2 years of having a pretty loaded roster and not doing a whole lot with it.
Yeah, I feel like
for a first-time head coach that has never proven himself either. To have that in your first couple years.
I don't know. Yes, I don't even know if he's
I don't think that. Yeah, I don't have any idea. I would think he would be a good coach just because he knows the game so well. But
I don't think they're gonna fire him. I read somewhere, I think today actually, that Kyrie or Durant, one of them, almost indicated that they wanted to kind of stick with Nash or something.
I think that was Kyrie.
Kyrie, okay.
Because he also said that he doesn't plan on going anywhere, which I think we've heard that before from Kyrie. But
okay.
Back in the Boston days.
Boston, yeah, got it. Once again, another guy who's bounced. Westbrook bounced all over the place. LeBron.
Westbrook's less by choice. I feel like teams just don't really.
That's true.
Want him
towards
the end of his time there.
After his time in Washington, I feel like it definitely is that. Well, the Lakers wanted him, but now they don't.
Yeah.
So, weird. I think Nash has another year, but also I just think he's got. I don't know. I would almost rather have problem is now he's on thin ice. So if you have another bad year, he's probably gone. But it would have been better for a guy like him, I think, to have maybe one super a Bucks situation. I have Giannis and I can build around him. No, let's just try to throw a bunch of guys together.
Yeah, throw a bunch of kind of
and some washed
tough
up
people
guys
to work with.
And then you have guys like Blake Griffin coming in who were awesome, but he's not.
His first 2 years of being a coach, he's got to also be a babysitter. It feels like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that team. I don't know if either year the team really played together that much.
No,
ever.
A lot of big personalities trying to mesh together. That's one of the harder parts of it too.
Yeah, I would.
It's just figuring out how to even play the game with that many guys out there, especially the last year.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out, and if any given night those three aren't playing together, you play a whole new style with only two of them, depending on which two there were. And then, if by some chance all three of them are out there, who's gonna take the shots at what times? And
it's another case like the Lakers. Okay, you get stars. What did it cost you? You get a bunch of guys that I think DeAndre Jordan, maybe he's not still there. Blake Griffin, guys that. Everyone knows their name. They're not as good. You have Durant, Kyrie, but you give up Jared Allen's, Dinwiddie. You give away the youth of the team thinking
I'm actually
getting a title.
I was thinking that too, but I'm actually fairly impressed with how the Lakers have drafted because Horton Tucker's pretty good.
That's true.
And then Reeves is pretty good. Austin Reeves from Oklahoma, he's pretty good. And then, Malik Monk is still a young-ish guy, and he's not bad. So it's not like they completely gutted the roster as bad as I thought they would have.
Yeah, they draft people.
Yeah, they're drafting. Those are late first, or second round picks that have turned out pretty well for them. So I think their drafting has actually been pretty good, despite having to give away a lot of picks and stuff.
Oh, let's talk about and Zach says Zion's a coward and the poor Suns may not get out of the first round, which, yes, they do need to get their act together. But what about the Timberwolves? I just find it funny almost. I don't know what's going on right now. At half, they were up 2 against the Grizzlies.
I know, and I was reading the comments. The comments said the Grizzlies have no business being anywhere near this game. It's like the Grizzlies are the Timberwolves are just kind of letting them stay around too. But then I did get a notification. I was watching my phone. It said Ja Morant absurd poster. So maybe the tide's turning. I don't know. Yeah. It's hard to say off one play, but that's usually a pretty good momentum play.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of just It was absurd, but it was so funny the way they celebrated after the play-in game. I was kind of like, let's have them go on a run now. Like, what a story!
I kind of wanted him to get swept.
I
Honestly, I think that'd have been more funny.
But now they're in 2-2 series. They're in Memphis, I think, tonight.
They're in Memphis right now.
So I mean, if they steal this game, then
yeah,
that would be pretty weird. I would be surprised.
Then they'd be taking on the Pelicans in the second round.
I don't know. What do you think happens tonight? Actually, like
I think the Pelicans might get them tonight.
Yeah, like in another close game. They've all been close. Scott Foster. Yeah, bring up that stat.
Foster. What I
don't know the
I feel like
exact
Zach might know better than I do, but Chris Paul's like 0-16.
Yeah,
with Scott
14,
Foster reffing. Is that playoff games or is that total?
I think that's just total.
Because that feels like he hasn't reffed him that many times.
The man should be nicknamed the Extender. Probably paid. Wait, what?
Paid directly by Silver.
Okay, we have an accusation that Scott Foster's the Extender. I don't know if extending series, if that's
that's the implication there.
Probably paid by Silver, implying it's playoff.
It is playoff games. That's kind of what I was thinking. I was like, how would the biggest ref in basketball only have reffed Chris Paul that many times? It's got to be playoffs.
This has been going on for years where they started making the graphic.
Yeah.
Then it feeds into
I love the Twitter when he's reffing their games. It's like Scott Foster getting ready to dial up a masterpiece. And it's like showing his highlights with like pump up music. And he's like calling travels and stuff.
Jeez.
Oh, man.
Paul did have a bad game.
Terrible game.
Against your guy.
I don't know if he's my guy. I mean, he's on my team.
You scream for him a lot.
Grand Theft Alvarado?
Yeah, you scream for him. It must be something, dude.
No, I don't scream for him.
You do? Yes.
You kidding me?
Grand Theft Alvarado.
He makes plays.
Yeah, okay. He can make plays, but I feel like he's your guy or something.
No, he's definitely not my guy. He's maybe top 5 player.
On the team right now?
Players on the team. Yeah.
Jeez, okay.
I don't know. He seems a bit, I don't know. He seems like a good guy, I guess. I don't know. He's certainly not my favorite.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see who's making noise tonight. But
what, are you going to be directly out here cheering on your
No,
sons?
I'm going to be listening to you. Cheer.
Oh, okay.
He bumped Chris Paul again.
Yeah. See if Herb Jones throws some more backhands to Chris Paul while the refs are looking right at it and don't care.
Big player to watch, DeAndre Ayton. So he had a triple-double when they won in New Orleans Game 3, which kind of surprised me. Really close game once again.
Yeah.
But then they lose the last game. I don't know how he did exactly, but he seems to be an X factor, especially I think Booker's out the whole series.
Yeah, he is.
So, yeah.
I think that the Suns, if they really do want to get a win, if they want to win this series, they need one of these guys to step up. They need Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, or Cam Payne. They need those guys to step up.
Campaign dunk.
They have certainly not been getting it done so far. Bridges has been okay. Johnson's had a couple stretches, but none of them have really had a big game when they need them to yet. So if they have a big game, I think that they will obviously win tonight. But if they don't, I think the Pelicans win. So
yeah, the Pelicans probably won a close, scrappy game, honestly. I don't know. Monty.
Campaign is trash.
Well, you know what?
He's been trash. He was great for you guys.
He had a dunk last game that shocked everyone. That shocked me.
No, I didn't even know that little midget could dunk. Much less throw it down on the whole state of New Orleans. City of New Orleans. Holy smokes.
That sounded good. No, that was pretty impressive. Yeah, I remember him from the last playoff run they had where he had stretches where it's like, oh, this guy, he's good off the bench, and other times it's like, nope, he needs to stop.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I haven't really seen too much of him this year, but yeah, the Suns need to do something, or probably, I don't know how many years you can have the best record or one of the best records in the league and not do anything with it. The window's kind of short. This might be.
Yeah, it's so hard for the Suns to win right now because they're asking Chris Paul to be a scorer all 4 quarters. And that's just something that I don't know if he's got the energy to actually do that anymore.
Sorry, there's another comment. Okay. Wait, Chris. Yeah, that is a good point because with Booker gone, Paul had to score something like double digits in the fourth when they won game 3.
And game 1.
Yeah. And, Paul made the headlines. I don't know. I think Aiden should have made the headlines game 3, but he did go off in the fourth. So, but yeah, that is a good point that I didn't really think of because, last playoffs he was injured. He's not a young guy. He's still really good. But, that's asking a lot. I agree. Gotta take Jay. God,
Obviously,
he hates everyone on the team now.
Yeah. Obviously, Paul. Obviously, Paul can't be their own. He can't play as bad as he played last game. I don't think it's barely even possible to play as bad as he played last game. So, as long as he does okay, he gets his. Ayton gets his, and then the other two step up. I think they'll be able to win. But
yeah.
I don't know. It feels like that's a lot of things to have to ask for a team just to beat a lowly 8-seed Pelicans team.
Yeah. Alley the Valley, as they say. We got some slander of Jay Crowder.
Yeah, the whole team, really.
The whole team. There's trouble. There's trouble in Phoenix.
Phoenix is starting to freak out a little bit. New Orleans got them shook.
Might get ugly tonight.
As I said the other night, Phoenix doesn't want no smoke. So have that have that, if you will. I just about had a stroke.
Dang it. It was a good line, but it got ruined.
I couldn't even figure out how to word that sentence just now.
Oh, we forget. This series is worth forgetting, I feel like, but the Jazz and the Mavericks.
Yeah,
I could
pretty
care
forgetful.
less. I don't know.
Pretty forgetful teams in there. You got the overrated Jazz who lose all the time, and then you've got the Mavericks who are Luka and then a bunch of no names. Brunson's been playing well. So yeah,
the Mavs are leading that. Yeah,
the Mavs destroyed the Jazz.
Was it 3-2?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Are we forgetting any other series? I want to forget something. Hope not.
The Hawks and the Heat.
Oh, did that end tonight?
It's going on right now. They were down 6.
If the Hawks lose, they're out. Bye,
Jimmy Butler's not playing tonight. Oh,
yeah,
look at that notification. Heat eliminate Hawks.
Victor Oladipo, 23 points.
23, yeah. People kind of forgot about him when he signed there because he's been kind of injured, hasn't played a whole lot. But
yeah, I forgot about him.
It's a big game for him. Got him eliminated.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Eliminate the team.
So the Hawks don't return to the Eastern Conference Finals like they did last year.
No, and it's good. Trae Young's getting too cocky. It's getting out of hand. Let's be honest. It needs to end. I'm fine with being sure of yourself, but some of the clips, maybe they just show the clips that make me get this vibe, but the guy is way too cocky for being the leader of a team that's not that good. I don't think they'll win a title anytime soon. So, I mean, yeah, he can be cocky and get 40 or whatever, but you're on a team that won't do anything, so have fun. I don't know. Last year was a fluke.
Well, he was not in a good place this series, I'll tell you that. When they got Adebayo running around guarding him, Jimmy Butler guarding him.
Good.
I mean,
Welcome to the playoffs.
He was in rough shape, I'll tell you that.
Welcome to the playoffs. This isn't Oklahoma. You can't just jack shots all over. Well, you can. They don't play defense in the NBA.
Oh, boy. Zach is just being a menace in the comments right now. You have to read that one out loud.
Do I have to?
Yeah,
okay.
you better read that one.
Sure. This is not my words. Comment. Okay, quote, Trae Young looks like a high schooler trying to grow a mustache for the first time. Man needs to shave. Yeah, fair. But he is like, oh no, I don't want to go after him too much tonight. But yeah, Trae Young, nothing personal against the guy, but I've just seen it a bit too much. And I don't know, I found it actually cool that he was doing well. His game's kind of cool, kind of like Curry in some ways, but I don't know. I just saw some clips of him. I'm like, yeah, you're kind of losing me, man. What he did to the Knicks fans, and he had some drink that wasn't sponsored by the NBA, and he said, I'll take the fine. And
it's Body Armor, man. You got to rep Body Armor.
Yeah, money's not an object. Do whatever you want because you got money.
That's like
so-
the exact opposite. He's saying that he doesn't care about the money.
No, that's what I'm saying. You can do whatever you want when you have
No,
money.
that's different. That's saying he's flexing his money. That's a very different
Said I'll
statement.
take the fine, thousands of dollars.
Yeah, because he's repping his stuff. He's not. He doesn't
Well-
want to put on some show and act like, oh yeah, I love Powerade.
Well,
he's
and
being himself.
And I agree that it's kind of weird that they control things to where they tell you what you can and can't show at the podium. That's a whole nother conversation, but I don't know. It's like, yeah, I'm a big dog. I'm going to do whatever I want. Give me $5,000 fine. I don't know what the fine is, but it's like, okay, welcome to everyone else on earth could not do that, but I'm glad you got the clout and the money to do that. So good for you. This turned into a attack Trae Young. Which I did not expect. Well, the Hawks are out. Heat will take on. They're the 1 seed, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
So they will take on. Who are we looking at?
The 4 and the 5, which is I don't know.
The 70s
is Milwaukee and Chicago.
I believe so.
No, they play the Celtics.
Oh, dude.
They must be 3 and 6.
I thought the 76ers.
It's the Sixers. It's the Sixers or the Raptors.
So they play the Raptors. Good luck, Raptors.
They play the Raptors.
So, that's how it goes.
Oh boy, I hope so. I hope
too.
so.
Siakam, I don't know what happened, but I still like Siakam. I think he's still playing pretty good.
They gotta make Embiid and bleed, if you know what I mean.
Jeez, is he injured? Is he injured right now?
No.
Okay, I thought I heard something about his foot, or I don't know.
I don't know. He's always injured, I guess.
There you go.
At some point, I think the refs injured his pride or something.
Oh yeah, I was complaining
He
the
doesn't
closeout game.
He doesn't get 55 calls a game. The guy's in tears.
I don't know. There's been a lot of attacking tonight. I haven't abstained from it like usual, but you don't like to see arrogance. It's not a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know anything else. We actually hit up every series.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I didn't expect us to do that.
No, the Pelicans are starting soon. Everyone turn it on. And
I think it's on right now, actually. Maybe they haven't tipped, probably.
Little Brandon Ingram masterclass incoming.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a Suns fan, I wish you good luck. It was tough last year. Now you get bounced.
If you're just a fan of good basketball in general, I think it'll be a good game.
Probably the best series.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you were
I
saying
mean,
I agree with that.
Yeah, you got a Pelicans team that just plays with absolutely every ounce of effort they've got, which is really cool to watch. And then you've got a Suns team that can be really great, share the ball, can shoot it really well.
Can be sus at best. So, we'll see. I don't think we've really seen a convincing performance from the Suns, but
no, just the first half of game 1.
Yeah. I don't know. Will this show up? You need to. Or Monty's going home. I love Monty Williams, but he's going home. They're all going home. Maybe they won't even pay Aiden.
Tune into the third quarter because the Suns have been getting obliterated in the third quarter in this series.
You want to see them get obliterated, so tune in.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Cousins 6.
That's bold. But, I mean, if they win tonight, God, I don't know. I'm nervous for the Suns. I'm not even a fan, but I don't want to see them lose.
I know.
Imagine
just the swing of emotion. I mean, they win the first 2 games. People are thinking we've got a good chance of winning the NBA Finals, and then they just get smashed 4 games in a row by the Bucks.
Oh, I was like, they didn't. I thought you were talking about this year, but yeah, last year.
Yeah.
I almost think though
it's instantly over for them. They're thinking, oh, we can reload. We got a good squad coming back. They come back this year and
they did it
in a dogfight. Get round 1.
Yeah, and the issue is last year, even if they win, the narrative is you played every team injured, which was kind of true. Still played really good, but
the Bucks weren't injured.
No, but just to get there, it's like the Clippers were missing. Some of the Lakers,
Who were the Clippers missing?
Who was it? Kawhi.
He was out.
Yeah,
he was out. Yeah, he did get hurt.
Anthony Davis got injured.
He played most. Davis played most of that series, though.
Yeah, but I
don't know. I guess there were some injuries. So. I was just trying to discredit you. Sorry.
Oh, that's fine. It's hard to do.
I don't know about that, but
thanks for tuning in, everyone. Are we done?
Yeah, I think that's
okay. I don't want to.
it's a good place.
Yeah, this was a good one. We will be back next week.
Yeah.
Right? Wednesday again. We're this guy's going to Vegas, so we're doing it a night early, but we're glad to get back into it. So
yeah. From the Hardwood Studios, this is Trenton and Jacob Owen signing off. Sayonara, homies.
good night.